Hi, Call Flesh here to show you how to choose your courses for grade 12. So you're in grade 11. Obviously, next year, you hope it's your last year. You want to make sure that you've got all the courses that are required for you to meet graduation, as well as to get you into whatever program or pathway you want to go into after high school. So first step in this is to look at what we call your status sheet. So your status sheet is a detailed transcript, and it looks like this. This particular one obviously has things on it so that it helps you to understand your own. So when you were given your status sheet when we visited your classroom, on the back of that was this. And so for those of you who weren't in the classroom for this, I'm going to explain this to you. So this middle section, that's a list of your completed courses, dates, marks, etc. On the top left-hand side, those are your current courses. It'll look a little bit different than this because all of your semester 1 courses will have already been put over here into your completed courses column. So you should just have your 4 courses that you're going to be currently taking in quads 3 and 4 or in semester 2 listed here. Underneath that section is probably the most important section of the status sheet in regards to picking your courses for next year. So this section is going to tell you what courses you still require. So on the far left-hand side is your diploma credit summary. And so you can see here that for your diploma, you're required to have 30 credits. Of those 30 credits, compulsory, there's 18 of those 30 are compulsory, and then 12 are optional or otherwise known as elective credits. Underneath, the 18 compulsory are broken up into the category specifically. For example, your diploma category 1 is your grade 9 English, diploma category 2, your grade 10 English, etc. The columns that are directly to the right, one is outlined in red. That is your previously earned column. So all of the courses to date, this is the summary of those. So how many that you have that count for compulsory. So right now, this person has already earned to date 16 credits towards their diploma. 14 out of the 16 are compulsory, 2 are optional. The blue column is the potentially earned column. So this is a summary of what courses you will have earned by the end of June if you are successful in the current courses that you have. So this column, the blue column, is definitely the most important column when picking your courses for next year. So how do you read this column? I'll demonstrate. So up here, it tells me that at the end of June, I will have earned 24 credits towards my diploma. That's also down here at the bottom. So that tells me how many credits then that I'm going to need in grade 12. So if I need 30 to graduate, that means that I have to take at least 6. So there's 8 spots for each semester. So I have earned myself 2 spares if I would like to take those, 1 each semester. So minimum of 6 courses. Of those 24 courses that I have earned, 17 are compulsory. And I know that I need 18 in total, so I only need 1 more compulsory. So how do I figure out what that 1 is? Well, I come down here, and oh, there's the 0. The 0, if I go to the left, corresponds with my grade 12 English. It's diploma category 4. So I don't have that yet. So that means obviously on my option sheet for grade 12, I have to select a grade 12 English. For most of you, that's probably the only compulsory that you are lacking, but there definitely will be some of you who are lacking others. So if you have a number under 17 here, so 15 or 16, that means you're missing something else. So maybe it's that you haven't earned your senior math credit yet. Or some of you may not have one of your group credits. So if you have a 0 here, if I go along to the left-hand side, that's a group 1 credit, diploma category 15. So I need to take a group 1 to graduate. Well, what classes or what courses can I select that would fulfill a group 1? Well, any additional credit in English other than those compulsory Englishes that you need, so something like media studies or writer's craft or literature studies, or a senior Canadian and World Studies course, so that's law or ancient history or world history or travel and tourism. There are lots of options under Canadian and World Studies. And then the other department is your social science. So some of you in grade 9 and 10 may have taken family studies or food and nutrition, or in grade 11, your anthro psych soc. So you would have a group 1. Those are all group 1s. So anything in the humanities and social science area would count. An additional credit in French, as well as co-op. So there are lots of options. If you have a 0 in your group 2 category, which is diploma category 16, then you need to take either an additional credit in health and physical education, or an additional art credit, or any business credit, French credit, or co-op. A group 3, if you need that, it's diploma category number 17. Your options are senior science. So you're looking at physics or biology or chemistry or environmental science or general science, but it has to be either at grade 11 or 12 level, or any tech from grade 9 through 12, or co-op again. So make sure you figure out what compulsories you still need and how many credits you need. Once you know that, the next step then is to figure out, well, what are the requirements for the post-secondary destination that I want to go to? And so at the bottom, excuse me, there are some really good websites. So if you're looking at going to college, we've got ontariocolleges.ca, apprenticeship, apprenticeshipsearch.com, university, ontariouniversityinfo.ca. So these are sites that will tell you what prerequisites are required to get into the programs at these schools. So just to demonstrate that, quickly bring up another site. So this is the Ontario University Info site. Again, lots of great information here, but I'm going to use it specifically today to figure out what the prerequisites are for the programs I want to apply to. So I click on programs. I can browse by category. Maybe I know that I want to do something in business, and so I can just start there. Or if I specifically know, for example, that I want to apply to nursing, I'm going to type it in here and I'm going to search all programs. So then all the nursing programs that are offered at all the Ontario universities are listed. And in addition to that, there's some other programs that are sort of related to nursing or might lead to nursing, which are kinesiology, etc. But for the most part, these are nursing programs. The way I use this site, I'm going to click on the title of the program. So I'm looking at nursing at Brock University. And initially I get an overview. So I see what degree I'm getting. I see the grade range, and this is really important because the grade range for programs does vary among schools. So you really want to make sure that, when you're excuse me, completing your application for university, that you're applying to programs that you actually have an average that you're going to be competitive with. So nursing is competitive. I'm looking at the low 90s. That's a very high average. Specifically, though, I want to look at the requirements. And I can see here that I need English, biology, chemistry, and 1 grade 12 math. So this doesn't specify what grade 12 math that I need, but please note that not all prerequisites for nursing or the same program are the same at every university. So some universities for nursing say specifically they want functions. Some recommend a grade 12 math, but you don't actually have to have one. So that does vary a bit. But anyway, so I can see here what prerequisites I need. And hopefully, if I was thinking about nursing a year ago when I was completing my option sheet for grade 11, I also looked here because I know that in order to take my grade 12 university biology and chemistry, I need to have taken the grade 11 university level biology and chemistry. The other great thing about this as well is that there's a link that goes directly to that program at that school. And so then I can click on that and I can see, looks a little different for every school, but I can see kind of what courses I'm going to take in each year that I'm in nursing at Brock. And that's how I can compare the nursing program at Brock to the nursing program at Nipissing or another school, because they do vary in terms of how those courses are delivered. So that's the university site. This one, ontariocolleges.ca, works very similarly. So again, lots of information on here, but specifically today I'm going to look at my programs, and I can type in a program that I'm looking for, or I can explore by category, because maybe I know right now I want to be, in an engineering and technology field, but I don't know specifically what I want to be in. I can still kind of figure out what prerequisites take them that are going to keep the doors open for maybe many options in this particular category. So if I click on that, I can see, excuse me, a bunch of different, more specific categories. So let's say I'm looking at, let's just say architecture, for example. So that tells me initially a little bit about architecture. What do I expect from a career in architecture, technician or technology, salaries. And then I get a whole list here of all the architectural technician and technology programs that are offered in Ontario at all the colleges. So again, I want to use this site to be able to take me directly to the website of a program that I want to find out more information about. So I see that I've got co-op and non-co-op options. So if I scroll down, so all of these web pages look a little bit different, but basically the same information is here. And that's the length of the program, the cost, whether there is a co-op or not a co-op, links to, here we go, virtual tours. But then you'll always find information about the courses. So you can see what courses are offered each year that you're there. Again, careers and pathways. But what I really want to know is, right now anyway, admission requirements. So here is where I find those admission requirements. I need a minimum of a grade 12 college level English. And I also need my grade 12 college level math with at least a 60%. So actually, and it also is saying here, or it could be a grade 11 UC math. So if you took university/college or mixed math, they would take that as a prerequisite as well. So that's how, again, how you use that site. I did email out to you grade 12 elective courses, a sheet with just the names and the course codes on them. So I did this as I call a cheat sheet. So we'll be able to find these courses and their course descriptions in the actual course calendar that I'll show you in a minute. But this helps to point you in the right direction at least. If I go on to, sorry, 1 second here. So I'll show you where this is in a sec. So this is the big course calendar, and this is on the website under guidance, course selections. But if you, just make this bigger here, scroll down from pages 2 through 7 is what we call the condensed course calendar. And so what you have as your cheat sheet looks similar to this, but it's just the grade 12 options. I'll just show you how you can use this to search for the actual course descriptions, right? So if you're looking on that cheat sheet, you're like, well, what is international business? If I come here, and then these are all these live links. So if I just click on that, it takes me right to the definition for international business. Okay, and so that I can do that for all of my courses. So then I recommend just coming back to this, either circling or highlighting the courses that you want, and then using that, having that right by your side when you do your online course selections. So just to bring you, I'm going to come back here to show you. So this is the entire homepage, obviously. So if I go into departments, guidance, and then course selection, okay, everything I need to know about how to do my course selections is here. So here, these are the PowerPoint presentations that normally I would do in an assembly. So you can see more detailed information there. If you are choosing co-op or EnviroVenture or leadership, you need to complete an application. So the links to the applications are here. And then here's where I mentioned is that course calendar, that PDF that we were just looking at, that has all the detailed course descriptions in it. So once I know what courses I want, that's the easy part. I'm actually going to pick my courses. So this big green button here, if I click it, that's going to take me to the student portal, where I'm going to enter my username and my password. Just the username, not your full email, just your username. So I put my username and password in, then I see the navigation bar. I'm going to click on course selection. And I got an error, bear with me. There we go. And this is what it'll look like. So we've already mentioned that English is the only compulsory course that everyone has to take in grade 12. However, you personally may have other compulsories, but we are going to go into the English pencil, and I'm going to find the grade 12 English class that I need. So it really depends on what English I took in grade 11. If I took grade 11 college English, then you're not going to have the option to choose grade 12 university. You're only going to have the option to choose the grade 12 college English. So click on that. I select OK. And then you'll notice that the rest of the option sheet lists all the departments, okay, from arts and then business, Canadian World Studies, all the way to technology. So they're not listed here because we expect you to take courses from every single department, but It's just so that you don't have to scroll through 17 pages of course codes to find what you're looking for. So you have your cheat sheet beside you, right? And you know that you want to take, let's go into the arts. I know that I want to take, oh, there's 5 pages even just of arts, right? So I really need to figure out and know what code I'm looking for. So I would like the new keyboarding class. So I'm going to click that and select OK. I can certainly take more than one art if I want to, more than one business, etc. Right? So if I click in business here, I see all of the business and computer studies courses that were offered. So I select whatever I want. So I keep going. If I need a group 1, I know that I've got Canadian and World Study courses as options. And if I want to go to university, right, I know that I need to have a minimum of 6 grade 12 U or M level credits. Now, above here, I had picked college English. So I'm going to college, and so I don't need a particular number of credits, but I'm going to have to pick math, I know, because I need that to go into architecture. I just found that out. But if you are wanting to go to university, a minimum of 6 grade 12 university level credits. If you were interested in doing an e-learning course, in that course calendar, there's a link to the options. You have to sign up with us anyway. So if you want to do an e-learning, either in semester 1 or 2, you just have to fill in, this just takes up that spot. You select OK, then you come and make an appointment to see one of us so that we can register you for that. And obviously we would take this selection out of your option sheet. If I'm wanting to do co-op, I either have to, I've got 2 choices here, a 2 credit or 4 credit. I think I would like a 2 credit co-op. I'm going to press OK, etc. So I just keep going down here. I know I need a math. And again, I got to really make sure that I choose the right one. Now, because this isn't live, this isn't an example of a real person, I have all these math options open to me. But if you took grade 11 Foundations for College Math, which is this one, then you're not going to have the option of choosing advanced functions and calculus, so it will be a little bit easier for you. You'll really only have the option of Foundations for College Math, and that's the one I want anyway for my program at college. So if have earned already my 24 credits, or I will by the end of June, I only have to take 6 credits. I can take 7 or 8 if I want, but if as soon as I've got my 6, if you want your spares, that's fine. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I want to make sure I choose an alternative. It's not going to let me submit it without one. So when I go into the alternates, you'll see that there's a huge list of them because they're not broken up by departments in here. They're all listed. So I'll give you a hint that will help. You click on the word number, and then at least it alphabetizes the course codes, and then you can find them because they're all alphabetized by then art, then business, Canadian World Studies, etc. So even though I don't know exactly what page the course I want is on, I can kind of guesstimate and go, okay, there's my world history that I'd like as an alternate. Once I have that in, then in the live version, you will see a blue submit button right here. Once you select that, then you'll see a list of the courses that you chose. I receive it on my end, and you're done. If you go home and you're talking to your parents and you want to make a change, all you do is log back in the same way you logged in the first time. You bring your option sheet up again. You click on the course that you don't want because your parents say, why would you ever want to take an e-learning course We've had enough e-learning. Thank you, COVID. Then maybe I'm gonna add in, let's see. Oh, I really want to take this CrossFit course. Block F. That sounds better than e-learning right now anyway. Had enough for e-learning. And then I'm just gonna submit it again. All right. As always, you can always make an appointment with us. Again, when I go to the Nantire website, right, and I go departments, and if I click on guidance, the way I make an appointment is that I just, right, come in here and I click whoever I want to see. So you're looking at maybe your last name is Montgomery, which is Miss Shaw. Oh, she's booked this week. Can I go into next week? Oh, here she is. Okay, so I have to wait till next week. She's a busy girl. I'm going to come first thing. Click on 8:30 and I put my name in and my school email. I submit it and then she gets an email and I get a confirmation email. And then I can come down and sign up for summer school or whatever it is that I want. All right. Thanks for listening.